Hello viewers, welcome to educators.com. This is Venkatramana Ganji. So in this session, we will discuss about floating action button in Android as part of material design. So we'll discuss what is floating action button and what are the different attributes for us to change the color and to change an icon and everything. So what must we do and what not to be done, and a small example we'll discuss here. So the floating action button where it will float on the UI, main UI. Okay, so just to promoted actions will be displayed here, and very commonly used actions will be so used as the floating action button. Let us suppose take your Gmail application where you'll find an edit image or a set. So where to compose a new mail and go to contacts application, you'll find a add contact icon as a floating button. So to add a contact, so here there will only one floating action button will be recommended per screen to represent the most common actions. So and it is not mandated that every screen must or every UI screen must have a floating action button. So we mostly use them for to represent the primary actions in our application. And we have the floating action button comes in two sizes. One is the default size with 56 by 56 dp, and the another one is like a mini, so 30 by 40 dp size. And we have different XML attributes available. I'm not discussing entire XML attributes, just a very pertain to this particular FAB. So I'm discussing here. We can change the floating action by background color using app background tint. So you can refer your color resource from the resources directory. And we can change the layout gravity. The default location will be the bottom right, and where it will give some 16 dp or 24 dp of the margin and all. So even you can change change the location of your floating action button on the screen using layout gravity. And even we can change, as I said just now, we can change the floating action button size using app FAB size. So this will give us like a default or mini size according to the requirement. You can change it, and what to do and what not to do here. So means, so whenever you'd like to decide something to be as in a floating action, so then you must be consider that that must perform as positive action, like to create something and to add it to a favorite, and so which allow us to share something and where to navigate. If you take the Google Maps application, you'll find a navigation button. If you go to WhatsApp or somewhere else or gallery, you'll find a share button defaultly. So like that, to do something positive action, we'll prefer floating actions, and we should avoid using the floating action buttons for the very destructive actions like a delete or something like that. So now let us create a small program. So how to deal with floating action button? Open your Android Studio, create a project, and name it as FAB or floating action button example, whatever you take. I'm taking it as FAB example. Change your package name to educators. Change your project location as well. So click on next and next. At an activity template, in every time we are using empty activity, but now we should use basic activity where it will provide the toolbar provision and everything. So as part of your project template selection itself. So choose a basic activity where you'll have a support for floating action button. So click on next, and you need not to change anything, just keep it like this. Simply click on finish button. It will take some time to launch your project. So the project has created successfully. Now, till now when we create a project, so we used to have only one layout file, that is activity underscore main.xml. But now when you're dealing with an floating action button provision in your application, you'll get one more XML file called content underscore main.xml file. So whereas this activity underscore main.xml file will contain the support for your app bar layout, so where to support all of your floating action button. So if you would like to support, we use and support library toolbar. So we check the top theme as pop-up overlay where you'll get everything, and include your layout content underscore main. So where all of your design or the content of your particular UI will be designed inside your content underscore main.xml file, which will be inserted in your activity underscore main.xml. And later we are going to add a floating action button. So that is like android.support.design widget. What type of the widget it is? Floating action button. So and finally, so you just end with that. And if you observe here, you have created an ID for your floating action button. Width and height, the gravity is bottom end. Layout margin is 16 dp, which is default, and the source of that particular floating action button from the drawable background, which is predefined in the Android system built in our. So predefined in our Android, we have taken something like IC underscore dialog email is the default icon which is available for you. So let us see what is there in your content. If you observe here, there is only one text view saying that hello world program. So first of all, let us run this. Later we'll modify according to our requirement. So go to run button and choose the connected device. So click on OK button. It will take some time to launch on your emulator. So it is about to launch the activity now. Yeah. So when we run the project for the first time, it is defaultly showing an icon. So with your IC underscore email, dialog email, whatever it is. And the content is only a small text view, that is hello world. Now I would like to change these two. So in the content underscore main.xml, I'm going to add an image view. So along with this particular text view, so I'll say that this is an example of floating action button, and I'll add one image view for that. And here I'll change this particular image icon, as well as when I click on this, it should call in. So dialog, so phone dialer to call it, to make a call to some particular number. So now come back here. So the text is like hello world. Now I'm going to change this. So educators floating action button, and I would like to add, you can check that in your preview of course. So I would like to add an image view. So width as match parent, height I'm taking it as match parent only. So there must be a source for this, but I have not yet created anything. So now just go and get your image and place it in your drawable folder. So here in the resource directory. Now for the source, refer it from the drawable. So the name of the image is indicators. So now I got this. Now come to your activity underscore main.xml, where we'll have our floating action button, and this is as the predefined icon for the dialog email. I'm going to change it something else for the dialer. So these are all the predefined icons for us. Edit text, gallery thumb, delete, dialog, email. dialog alert, input add. So many are available for us like this. So just find out which is suits better for you according to your requirement. So I'm taking a dialer one, so which is like keyboard kind of thing. Whenever I click on this button, it should start an intent. So if you want to handle that code, go to your main activity. So when you create your project, everything will be available for you. Like toolbar has been find out using the ID of the toolbar, and the floating action button is what wherever it is, something like here find using find view by ID method. So the only thing is there till now you are doing like text view or grid view or list view something like that, but this time it is floating action button FAB is equals to typecast to that widget and find the view by ID method. So here these people are taking something else with the sneak bar. If you want to check it out, just go here, click on this, you'll get something like replace your own action. So now we'll replace our own action here. We'll call an intent. So this I'm going to use an implicit intent over here. Intent is equals to new intent of. We'll take an intent with support with your action and the UI array of the data. So action is like action dial. We have already discussed this in our earlier sessions. If there is any doubt, please go and refer them. Action dial and the UI array of the data will be in the format of telephone colon, so which is tel colon find out some number. So I have given some number. Sorry, it is tel telephone, and this must be your string value. Put it in a quotations, but the here it is accepting only URA data. So parse it using URA.parse. Automatically it's done. Now just simply end with your semicolon, start activity. Pass your intent object here, save this. Now run your application. As we know, second time it won't take much time to launch your application. It will be done very quick. Yeah. It is about to launch. It has been launched and it's saying that educators floating action button. And whenever I click on this, earlier it was like with an image. So now it has been turned into the keyboard type. So click on this. It is will start a new action dialer keypad with the corresponding number whatever we have passed here. So like this we can deal with your floating action button. Now I would like to change the size of the floating action button. Now go to your activity underscore main.xml file. So now change the floating action button size like FAB size with app, and there are two normal and mini. So already we are done with our normal one. So change it to mini. So click on run button. Just check the output over here. So the size of your floating action button has been completely shrink, right? So now but actually to have a good visibility or eye catchy, whatever you say, so that must be normal. Save this, and even you can change the background color of that particular thing. So just use background tint. So choose your floating action buttons. So color accent is the default one which will take in. Now I'm going to change it to color primary. So that will be turned into blue color. Now click on run this. So just check the output. This will be come back to the rollback. Okay, just a second. The prefix starts with app background tint. So the color primary, color accent, color dark. So color accent is the default one. So now let us take color primary dark, which is a dark blue color. So click on run button. It has been launched successfully. Whenever I click on this, it is going to start a new activity with a dialog. So this is how we'll work with floating action buttons in Android. So thanks for watching educators.com. Let's catch up in the next session.